Well, we are out here. It is time to do perhaps one of my least favorite things, which you can see here, like the van looks kind of finished, looks, you know, like it's all coming together, and now it's time to pull everything apart in here so that we can go to paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and hopefully, you know, it'll go quick for you guys because it'll just be a time lapse, but that'll be the next couple hours of my day.
Okay, so everything came out of the van. It is now up here. We have a new item, which is an airless paint sprayer system. It's the Fuji Semi-Pro 2. So it's a turbine sprayer, and we're gonna try that out. We were doing some tests right here. It already looks like it's gonna be a lot better than the little air gun we had last time, which kind of crapped out on us. So I know we have not filmed a ton today, and we probably won't film a lot more. It's probably mostly gonna be time lapses and stuff like that. Basically, we just undid everything we did yesterday to this point. So now we're gonna paint, and we're gonna figure out how to use this gun, right, baby?
Yep, and hopefully it'll go quicker than last time.
Yep, and while Scarlett's painting, because the idea is that Scarlett will be painting most of this, since we only have one sprayer, I may start working on the roof rack and the solar. So we'll see if that happens or not, but paint time. Okay, it has been a crazy day, as you can see here in the shop. We have most everything painted. We're waiting on the hinges for the upper cabinets, and you can see we've got this installed. I want to show you guys what's going on underneath here. We have a wire in the back there that's run for the isolator switch. That has to connect up to the vehicle battery, which on the Promasters are right under this kind of tray you can see right here. Sorry for the mess up here. So that's run down and kind of tied in back there. The water lines you can see hot and cold are right there, and everything's kind of neatly laid underneath. You guys remember when I did the pass-throughs, this is kind of what it was for, in addition to just having a space that you can expand and move stuff around. So this is in. I needed that before I put the cabinets and stuff in, just because that was going to be the simplest way to do it. I went with the nylon tubing because I wanted it to be able to be slightly flexible and just run the whole length of the thing. So basically there will be one fitting between this and the sink and one fitting back there, and there's no chance that any of this stuff would leak or have any issues in the middle. So now that we have that, we can kind of get started on some of the cabinetry install. You can start to see kind of the design coming together here. Man, this floor is gonna look super cool when it's all done.
It's day 14, 2 weeks in. I think it's day 14, I don't know. I'm starting to lose track. Been to Lowe's too many times, you know. This morning, first thing, we're working on the countertop. So hopefully we'll get that figured out and start dropping the stuff in so we can do our water system, and then we'll move on to electrical. So
Alright, so this is our countertop. If you guys have been watching for any amount of time now, you know that we always go with Ikea countertops, and that's just because we like them, they're easy, and we have an Ikea by us, so we can go and pick it up. Our countertop in this instance is 7 feet, so we're gonna cut 2 feet down. Alright, so we have our sink outline and our stovetop outline. As you can see, we did this in pencil. We can't stress that enough. Do not do this in pen. We were even debating doing it in pen earlier because we couldn't find the pencil. But trust me, if you do it in Sharpie, you will most likely end up changing either the direction or the orientation, or something will be off and you'll be left with a giant Sharpie line on your countertop that is visible. You guys know what it is, the track saw. The track saw, this is the time it really shines on the countertop. We're gonna get it done. Obviously that is a circular saw, so you don't want to get too close to your corners, so we're gonna go in with the jig.
Old jigsaw. There it is.
Ooh. So if you can see, we went with this dark stainless steel, and it's killer. Just drilled the hole for our faucet, and I gotta tell you, we're so hype about this dark stainless steel. There's just something so fresh, so clean about this look. Really cool.
I was just looking at black, like faucets and sinks and stuff, and I ended up randomly finding this. If you guys like it and are interested in it, we are going to be linking everything, so check it out and maybe pick one up. It looks pretty tight, not gonna lie.
Apologies again for not filming too much, but you guys can see what we have going on right here. So we've got our hot and cold lines running up. Those go up to the sink, and then I am now gonna work on the gray water system. So we got the drain coming from the sink right down there, and that needs to feed out. I believe the gray water is going to end up being somewhere over here, but that needs to feed out, and that's kind of the next step. So let's make that happen.
All right, guys, it looks like I'm gonna be doing the talking today because we have a very, very sad friend on our hands here. Did not go as well as we would have liked. We're gonna call it a night. I think someone needs a fresh start tomorrow, and we're gonna go get showers, and then we're gonna have a good night's rest.
And we'll see you for day 15.
We'll see you for day 15.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is day 15 here. Sorry about yesterday. I was in a pretty poor state of mind, I think, to be honest, and didn't really film a whole lot, but I'll take you guys through what happened yesterday. So we half installed all the drawers over here, basically. So those are all set. Those are in now. We did the countertop yesterday, which we took you guys through a little bit. You can see here's kind of that overshoot thing. So this is where the cabinet technically ends, and we give ourselves a little bit of extra space, which is pretty nice. We got this huge sink in here. This is a 15 by 17 inch sink, which is really awesome. And then this is kind of a secret little sink, and our shower actually hooks up to this faucet as well here. If you look down in here, you can see what we got going on. So the gray water hose has been run. That was painted down there. So there's not going to be any rust or anything like that. Basically, this snakes down. If you guys are wondering about an S-trap, I'm actually going to do that underneath the van just to save a little bit of space right here vertically, because we do have a drawer that goes back in there. We've got the hot and cold water lines running up right here, and those go up to the sink. And then this wire right here is the lead that hooks into the stove, so I just need to wire that up. These wires are all for the light switches.
And then this wire actually runs straight over there and will be for the bottom LED. Looks sick, man. So really happy with how this came out compared to the countertop and everything. It looks really, really nice. So Scarlett did a fantastic job on that. Today, kind of first thing, I'm going to Sikaflex down the sink here so it's mounted and ready to go, and then I'm gonna keep rolling on this section for a little bit. After that, we'll probably move on to the back and get the water set up. We've got the water filter in back there. That's a pretty quick, easy change. Just twist out. Got the clamps on down here. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. And yeah, we're gonna add one more clamp right here, and then this should be pretty much buttoned up down here. Okay, one more Lowe's trip down, and we are now working on cleaning up the back section here. Okay, this has been slow going, but the water heater, this is a 2.5 gallon water heater right here. It's mounted in there. 30 gallon water tank. It's from the tank straight into the pump. From the pump we come up, we go into a T-splitter. You can see that back there. That line going that way is cold water. The line coming up off of here is hot. This is a one-way valve right here, so it's going that way, and it can only go that way. It won't come back down through. That goes into the cold water inlet, which is on the back there, the blue. The hot water comes out and down and shoots straight from here over into the sink. And then this is just the purge valve right here. So every once in a while you need to purge the water heater. But yeah, that's the setup. We now have hot water. Very hot water. Very cool. Very new experience there. It's day 16 here, and we have the water pretty much buttoned up over here, at least to a place where, you know, it's good for the time being. Today, I am going to move on to the electrical, and I'll take you guys through that. So right now, we have 300 amp hours of lithium, and a lot of people had said that they would prefer lithium, so we do listen to you guys, so that's what's going on right here. Right now, what I'm doing is building a frame out for these batteries, and as we typically do, I'm going to make this system expandable, so I'm going to build in 4 pockets. Even though there's only 3 batteries, so if someone did want to upgrade to 4 lithiums in the future, they could easily do so. So right here, we have the batteries all wired in together. One important thing is to run your positive one way and the negative the other way. So you can see I have the negative running to the back, and then this is the negative part that will come up to the bus bar, and the positive is running from the back to the front, and this will go to the positive bus bar, which will be located right here. That allows all the batteries to charge fully together rather than one taking more of the load. So that's how you should wire your batteries together. Here's where we're at with the wiring. It's been a bit of a long day today, but we've got the 5,000 watt inverter right there. We've got all our fuses here. I've been working on this all day and not a ton has changed, but I'm going to just walk you guys through everything that we've done here. Up here we have the batteries running to the kill switch, which will be placed right here. Those run to the positive and negative bus bars, and then everything kind of runs out from there. So you can see all of our leads come right across over to this hole right here, and then out into this section. This is going to be boxed off a little bit, and we will have our charge controller and the on-off switch right there. In here we have all of our breakers, and basically those are just for each unit. So back here we have the big one for the 500,000 watt inverter. We have a 150 breaker, and that is for our isolator, which is located right here. From there we have the 50 amp breaker, that's for the charge controller, which is a 50 amp charge controller, and then the 30 amp, which is actually for our refrigerator that runs straight into the terminals in there. Bus bar, because you don't want to ground that out. And yeah, so basically all we need to do here from this point is hook these into the switch, and then this is our grounding cable. So you can see right there all the grounds for everything run into this cable. This will go down, and we have a post that is tapped into that corner right there and is ground out on the van itself. That's what we're working with right now. So pretty complicated day. Lots of just kind of back and forth and messing around getting everything to work in the same place, but it should be pretty nice how it comes out. Alright, so here's where we stand. Yeah, this is what the battery system is looking like right now. Inverter back there, fuse switches right there, charge controller, switch to make it all work. This is the ground right here, which is coming down to a grounding post and is ground out on the van right there. And then right behind that wall is all the other grounds where they converge. I don't really think I'm gonna go to sleep. I think I'm just gonna work here and keep going, try to get those up and everything put together. Okay, so in the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to take you guys through an issue we are having currently. So when I flip this on right there, and then flip the inverter on, one, you can hear a light buzz from back here. If you come up this way, maybe you guys can hear that very frustrating buzzing noise coming from right here. That's no good. The issue is that this is not, it says it's a pure sine inverter. I don't believe it actually is, and I believe the waves are square rather than rounded. If you guys are interested, check that out. That's a fun thing to research. Anyway, that's gonna get switched out, but just thought I'd take you guys through that. Don't always get it right the first time, and we're gonna reorder and basically go from there. Not a big deal. Power system still works and everything still works. It's just the annoying buzzing, whining sound. So again, not gonna leave it in. It's not worth it. Put these cabinets up. One of the things that was really helpful actually was you guys had left some tips down below, because these took me forever last time. And someone had said to hand tighten the screws right here and right here, which are the two in the kind of oblong shaped holes, and then you lower this down, and then you can actually like tap it into place, open it back up, tighten them down a little bit more, and then put the other screws in these two holes right here and back over here to lock it in. That was super helpful and made this process very, very easy. So definitely appreciate you guys with the comments and stuff, and I know we haven't shown as much on certain elements of this build in particular because we don't want to get too repetitive here on the channel, but definitely appreciate the feedback from you guys and everything that you let us know about. That helps us. Sorry about the headlamp. This was a gift from Scarlett, and it's been very useful. I don't know that I showed you guys exactly what this is. This is a 2.5 gallon water heater, and we were testing it out yesterday. This thing is pretty darn nice. It's a 1500 watt, 120 volt power, which a lot of them are 240 volt, and getting a inverter that can run 240 volt is not easy to do inside of a van. So
yeah, I was pretty hyped that we found that. It is day 16. I know I think I misspoke earlier with day 15, but it's 16 here. And we will see you probably tomorrow midday. It's pretty late for day 17.